Welcome to another edition of Lakeville City Council Wrap-Up. During this program, we will highlight the agenda items presented to the Lakeville City Council at their November 21st, 2016 meeting. First highlighted item on the agenda was item number 5A, donation by Lakeville Baseball Association for King Park field lights. And to provide the background information on this agenda item is Parks and Recreation Director John Hennon.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. Over the years, the city has been very fortunate to work as a partner with Lakeville Baseball Association regarding numerous improvement projects to our baseball facilities at King Park, Quigley Syme, and Steve Machad Park. Some of those projects, but not all of them, include irrigation at Quigley Syme, field fence projects, dugout construction, when it included 26 dugouts, infield renovation, that's 13 infields over the last 4 or 5 years, benches, scoreboards, maintenance strips, and field lighting projects. Now, LBA has donated hundreds of thousands of dollars towards these improvement projects over the years. And as a result of these improvements, not only do we have some nice facilities, but we also have the baseball tournaments select Lakeville each year, which brings in, to play at our facilities, which brings in a significant amount of dollars to our local economy. As I mentioned, field lighting was one of those projects, and in 2015, LBA donated $150,000 towards the first phase of the King Park lighting project, which did take place this year and was completed in July or August, right around that time. 3 fields were lit, and one of those included the Miracle Field. And in the 2017 through 21 proposed CIP, a second phase of the King Park lighting project is scheduled to occur in 2018. LBA has committed $150,000 towards phase number 2, and they also committed another $150,000 towards phase number 3, which would occur in 2019. So tonight we have with us LBA Commissioner David Tobias, along with board members Chris Beamer and Dominique Warham, to present the mayor and the city council a check in the amount of $100,000, which is an advance donation towards the 2018 King Park lighting project. Okay.
Good evening. To the Honorable Mayor and Council of the City of Lakeville, and on behalf of the families, volunteers, and board members of the Lakeville Baseball Association, I am indeed pleased to present to you a check for $100,000 representing an early second installment towards our financial responsibility of the King Lighting Project.
Next highlighted item on the agenda is item number 7, public hearing on the proposed 2017-2021 Capital Improvement Program and Street Reconstruction Plan. And to give the background information on this agenda item is Finance Director Geraldine Erickson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. Well, that is a hard act to follow, but I'm going to try.
Yes.
Okay, tonight we have a public hearing for the 2017-2021 Capital Improvement Program and Street Reconstruction Plan. First of all, I want to extend my thanks to everyone who contributed to the preparation of the plan. It's a quite extensive document, and it takes a lot of people involved, city staff, and of course the council members who have provided feedback and so forth. So thank you everyone who's been involved with that. We certainly continue to strive to enhance the document to make it a better planning tool for the city. We did add a natural resources section which articulates future projects for natural resources related to our storm sewer conveyance system. I do want to emphasize that it is a planning document. It is a document that we prepare annually and we update based on information that we've received. Certainly the 2017 projects and equipment replacement and so forth are pretty firm pending the budget approval by the council on December 5th. But future years they're a good indicator of the activity that will take place, but they certainly could change. Just a brief comment on the process that we've undergone to prepare this document. We had our first work session in July where we met with the council, discussed the projects, funding, and so forth. In November, the Planning Commission did review the document, for consistency with the comprehensive plan. And a few changes have been made along the way based on council direction, based on updated information that we've received on various projects. And we've incorporated those into the document itself. I included that information in the agenda report for you. So following the public hearing tonight, there are 4 resolutions. There's one adopting the capital improvement program and the potential issuance of general obligation capital improvement bonds. There's also one for the street reconstruction plan. This does require an affirmative vote of all council members present. The 3rd resolution is a declaration of intent to reimburse certain expenditures with bonds. And this is one that we typically do at the beginning of the year, but since it's so close to the end of the year that it makes sense to just do it at the same time. It includes the projects that we would be bonding for potentially in 2017. It doesn't obligate the council to issue bonds, but it gives us the option to reimburse ourselves for those expenses. And finally, the 4th resolution is an amendment to the general fund budget. As we had discussed earlier in July, the equipment replacement plan, we had talked about using some of the unencumbered funds from 2015 for the general fund as a funding source for the equipment plan. That resolution does authorize staff then to make that transfer for the equipment plan, as well as some committed funds that were committed back in 2013 for addressing issues related to the Emerald Ash Borer, $45,000 on that one. With that, if we want to go over any projects, we do have staff here that can answer some questions.
Item number 7 was approved by the Lakeville City Council. Next highlighted item on the agenda was item number 8, public hearing to consider the 2017 street reconstruction project. And to provide the information regarding this agenda item is Public Works Director Chris Petrie.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Pleasure to be with you this evening talking about our 2017 street reconstruction project, and we'll just go through a brief presentation before we ask the council to open the public hearing. So first off, the project location. I know the council is familiar with this. It actually spans over 2 slides, but it's east of Kenrick Avenue, south of 165th Street, north of 175th Street, and ultimately west of Ipava. And we don't grab that entire quadrant, but quite a number of roads in that area. In all, just shy of 9 miles of streets, and 800 properties are affected by the 2017 street reconstruction project. A little project background, as the council is well aware, and I'm sure those that are in attendance or are watching, Lakeville does have a very aggressive pavement management program. The city's streets are rated based on their condition. Information is then used to develop our city's capital improvement plan, which Finance Director Erickson was just up here talking about. Project background on the 2017 project specifically. The City Council did authorize the preparation of a feasibility report on July 5th of this past year. And then the council received that feasibility report and ordered this public hearing on October 17th. Now to talk specifics about the project, Watermain Improvements, complete water main replacement is scheduled on 167th Street between Kenrick and 166th, so just west of Rolling Oaks Park. We have a recent break history. For anyone that lives in the area, they've recognized we've had a number of breaks in that particular area, and we do have corrosive soils in that area. Again, the soils are not dangerous to humans, they're just not compatible with the iron pipe that's used in this particular area. Also, water system improvements beyond just replacing the water main in that one small area. We do intend to install corrosion protection elsewhere. We've done that starting on projects about 2 years ago. The idea is that we would install this on all the existing iron water main pipes. It's based on the soil types having different corrosive levels in our soils, and it's found to extend the useful life of our existing system. We're hopeful that it will extend the useful life of our water system in excess of 25 to 30 years without having to replace all of the water main. Street improvements now, this is the bones of the project. Street reconstruction, this will be done by pavement reclamation, so not simply milling and overlaying the road. This will be by complete reclamation, reclaiming the entire aggregate surface, or excuse me, the bituminous surface, mixing it with the subgrade, the aggregate below. Along with that, spot curb and gutter replacement will be done, so any curb and gutter panels that might be deficient, whether it be structurally deficient with cracks, there's also areas of curb that might have damage from over the years plowing and other sorts of things, or if they even hold water. Maybe the panels themselves aren't structurally deficient, but they've started to settle and hold water. So those will be the spots for curb and gutter replacement. And then also storm sewer enhancements. We did hold a neighborhood meeting earlier this year, and we received feedback from property owners throughout the area on where storm sewer enhancements might be necessary, as well as our own city staff over the years recognizing issues where certain segments of the road might hold water, or we might have some drainage issues. So pavement conditions, you can see some photos here. I know those that are in attendance have seen these areas, so it's nothing new. You can see severe block cracking, alligator cracking, all sorts of different pavement distresses that exist throughout the project area. There are some streets that are better than others. 167th Street, for instance, is an example of that, where it maybe isn't as significant as you see in the other photos, but here you can see the cracks that are coming through and reflecting through the seal coat that was there. Ultimately, on many of these roads, multiple layers of seal coat over the years have masked what the issues are with the subgrade of the road and things like that. So that brings us to the estimated project cost. This comes out of our feasibility study that was completed, and the estimated project costs are at $10.9 million. Of that, the city CIP funds are estimated to be at $5.9 million. Utility funds, which cover all of the water and sewer improvements, are at $1.374 million. And then lastly, special assessments are estimated at $3.645 million. For everyone in attendance, if you're not familiar with our street city assessment policy that's used for street reconstruction, project costs are assessed at 40%. This includes street and storm sewer improvements only, and this is for properties benefiting from the improvements that will be assessed. On the previous slide, I talked about city utility funds. That's what that last bullet point is for. Water main and sanitary sewer improvements are not assessed. They're paid for out of our city utility funds. So a little further information on our assessment policy. Units are assessed on a per unit basis for properties zoned for single family use. And duplexes, townhomes, they're assessed at a half a single family unit. And then properties that are zoned for commercial use are assessed on a front foot basis. Corner lots, folks often ask about corner lots. Only one unit is assessed for either the side or the front. Folks that are on a corner lot will not receive two assessments, just one single family unit rate. And typically the assessments are determined based on the driveway location, house orientation, or past assessments. So now the estimated assessments, again, this is simply an estimate from the feasibility study. They are estimated at $4,506.66 per single family unit. Commercial or public use properties are calculated as residential unit equivalents. We do have some city park property and also some vacant commercial property that's adjacent to this project, and those will be assessed based on possible developable residential units. Assessments, this hearing tonight is to talk about the project. Assessments will be considered at a separate hearing that's currently scheduled for April 17th, 2017. We also have some other information on assessments that can be found at our website. All of this information can be found on our website. But we do have some deferral options for senior citizens and disabled persons. I won't go through that all those bullet points, but that additional information can be found on our website. And then here is the point, the project schedule that hopefully will be helpful to those in attendance to walk everyone through the process. So on October 17th, the council did receive the feasibility report and set the public hearing. We're now at the project public hearing and ordering the project. That is November 21st. If the council chooses to move forward and order the project tonight, we would design the project, produce the plans and specifications, go out for bids, and open bids on or about March 3rd of 2017. At that point, we would compute the assessments, the costs would be declared, and we'd set that assessment hearing at the council's March 20th council meeting in 2017. As I mentioned in a previous slide, the April 17th, 2017 council meeting would be the proposed date for the assessment hearing for the project, and then we'd look to award a construction contract at that same meeting. Construction would follow starting after that, April or May 2017, and continuing into November 2017, and then assessments would be certified after that. So just again, for everyone that's in attendance, to remind everyone, this is an estimated assessment amount. Until we actually order the project, produce plans and specifications, and go out for bids, that will be the time that we'll actually be able to determine the true project cost and the assessment amount. I apologize for this slide. Property owner comments, I did want to recognize that leading up to this public hearing, I did receive a number of different comments. Most comments were in regards to assessments, some of the things I've just talked about now, specifically terms and the process that we go through with the 429 process. I did have one property owner that stated their opposition to the project and to the assessment amount. I did encourage that property owner to come this evening or to write a letter. I have not received a letter. And then finally, I did receive one other comment regarding garbage trucks and the damage that they do cause to the streets, and that particular property owner stated that they could not be here this evening, but they wanted to make sure that the City Council was aware that they'd like the City Council to consider that we only allow one garbage company in the city, so I wanted to make sure that I honored that individual's request. So now, for the Council, next steps to consider. To conduct the public hearing, and then following the public hearing, the council can consider a resolution ordering the improvements and authorizing the preparation of plans and specifications and the advertisement for bids. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Item number 8 was approved by the Lakeville City Council. Well, those were the highlighted items presented to the council at their November 21st, 2016 meeting. If you have any questions or comments regarding these agenda items, please feel free to call City Hall. The number is 952-985-4400. Thanks for watching this edition of Lakeville City Council Wrap-Up.
My name is Joe Massiarchin, and I am the Art Center Manager here for the Lakeville Area Art Center, here to give you some updates on our upcoming events going into December. We're excited to introduce Timothy Howell as our headliner for the December 1st Thursday night pub night. This casual event runs from 6 to 9 p.m. His set list includes some original works and a wide variety of well-known covers. Returning to our stage for their 13th year is the renowned Monroe Crossing on Saturday, December 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Fill your holiday season with this bluegrass and gospel holiday show. Their airtight harmonies make them audience favorites across the United States. Join us as we ring in the holiday season with an old-fashioned Christmas featuring the Lakeville Area Community Band on Friday, December 9th at 7:30 p.m. The band will play a collection of Christmas melodies to welcome the Yuletide spirit.
What was in those ships, all three, on Christmas
The Lakeville Area Arts Center is excited to present Simple Gifts on Sunday, December 11th at 6 o'clock p.m. This holiday celebration of favorite Christmas hymns and original songs will take you back to a quieter, simpler time. This amazing ensemble is led by the award-winning musician Billy McLaughlin, featuring acoustic and vocal arrangements. Wrapping up the holiday season is the hilarious Christmas classic, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, running December 15th through the 29th. This is a story of a couple struggling to put on a church Christmas pageant. Watch as mayhem and fun collide, creating a show all family members will enjoy. For ticket information, please visit our website at lakevilleareaartscenter.com or call our box office at 952-985-4640, and we hope to see you this holiday season.